Sorry about the interruption, YouTube. My uncle came back too fast from Ubering and he had some breakfast and film director and a filmmaker and a content YouTube creator can't give you a good compelling video without some breakfast. So I had breakfast, chilled out for about an hour and a half. Now we're giving you part two of this video. I was going to make this video 15 to 20 minutes originally, but it's okay if you get a part one and a part two, I guess. So I guess you get lucky because you get back-to-back videos today. Tomorrow I'll be working 8 hours. I won't be able to make no video. So who figures? Like I was saying. Now, let's talk about the girl herself. See, a lot of men, the vast majority of men, about 80 to 85% of men think that it's just only high class and middle class women who do this. See, that's misleading and that's called wishful thinking. Women who are low class do it too. See, it ain't just the supermodels, the fitness models, the booty models, the Hollywood actresses in television and film, the news lady, the most beautiful, attractive women on the planet. They don't just be the ones doing it. Now, yes, they are the main ones who do it, but you can't put all the blame on them. You got some women that are low class, average, that do the same bullshit. You can get a woman that's between 220 pounds to 250, maybe borderline 260, 270, that will do the same thing. Hell, you can get a woman that's 300 pounds, 400 pounds, that will be bold enough, arrogant, not confident, arrogant, and do the same exact bullshit. Women are like basketball coaches and football coaches. If they think they need to replace a man, they will replace a man. I mean, the same rules that apply for a man having a side piece, a side bitch, the same rules kind of actually apply to men too. Like this thing that if I put it down in the bedroom, if I give her the Bonko Buster, if I blow her back out. Yeah, I had to put that in the video because some guys in the hood, be doing that and they be thinking they the shit. Well, I'm not here to necessarily kill your hopes and dreams. I'm here to explain to you that even if you are one handsome man and you are physically sexually attractive, about 99.99% of the time, if the girl gets into fights and arguments with the alpha male, she is going to run back to the arms of the alpha male. Doesn't matter if the man's an asshole, a jerk. Doesn't matter if he uses and abuses her. About 99.99% of the time, she's going to run back to the arms of an alpha male. And you may be good in bed, but what good does that do you if she's going back to the alpha male? Now, most women are dating a beta male men, so you're in luck. Because I'm just telling you what could happen if the guy's an alpha male. If the girl is dating a beta male, you've got an 85 to 95% chance of taking the girl away from the beta male. But what happens is you get two guys fighting each other and it's two beta males. I'm just telling you the circumstances, the situations. Now, a girl will make you play what they call a role. I'm just telling you, the girl could be 220 to 250, sometimes borderline 260, 270. So she could be from 220 pounds to 270 pounds fat and out of shape. She could be 300 pounds. She could be 400 pounds and do the same thing. The girl could have a bunch of tattoos, a lot of body piercings, and be all slut, all skank with it, and still do the same bullshit. So just because the media tells you it's women of high class and low class, high class and middle class do it, that does not mean a woman that's low class won't be doing it, because you got some women that are low class that think they're just as physically, sexually attractive as a supermodel. You have some women that are from 220 pounds to 250, 260 to 270 that think they're just as entitled as a supermodel. You got some women that's 300 pounds, 400 pounds that think they're just entitled, just like a news lady. And you got some women that have a lot of tattoos and a lot of piercings. They think they're just like the cheerleader. They think they have entitlements. And you see women who have side guys, they use them for different purposes. One guy has a car, and I already made the video about how does a car get you some pussy, and you get used just because you have a car. You get a guy that plays basketball and football, he gets used just because he plays sports. Then you have guy number 3, and usually he's just someone to talk to for conversation. And I'm afraid that's what a lot of guys, 80% of the time, fall in that category. You're just someone to talk to. You're what they call a means to an end. That means a woman only talk to you because the alpha male is unavailable. The bad boy is unavailable. That's usually a lot of times in college and at work. More commonly at work. Now, it does happen in college, but it happens more at work. Like, it doesn't matter where you work at. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Del Taco, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, KFC. Doesn't matter if you work at Target or Old Navy or The Gap or H&M or Forever 21. Doesn't matter if you work at Foot Locker or Foot Action, shoe store. Hell, you can work at Payless. Doesn't matter where you work at. About 99.99% of the time, about 80 to 85% of the women that work at these jobs have boyfriends. They have husbands. And when they don't get to see their boyfriend or their husband 80 to 85% of the time, they talk to men who remind them of their boyfriend, that remind them of their husband. And then you be trying to get the phone number, the house number, the cell phone number, the email address, and then you get rejected. And you see, if you could get sex, then the thing is, you have to ask yourself, the girl is cheating on her husband or her boyfriend. Is he an alpha male or is he a beta male? Because if he's an alpha male, you ain't got no chance in hell. If it's in a beta male, you got 85 to 95% chance of taking the girl. Now, usually the girl always goes back to the alpha male. If it's a bad boy, then the girl goes back into the arms of the bad boy. That means the bad boy can give her 2 black eyes, a swollen, broken jaw, knock her out unconscious 5 times, beat her ass twice on Sunday. She'll run back into the arms of the bad boy. You know, the guy that gets arrested 5 to 10 times? I already made a YouTube video. I made 2 videos about the bad boy effect. And I told you what's the difference between the bad boy that goes to jail and the bad boy that just take your girl from you. Because there's 2 different bad boys. And Hollywood wants you to think there's just one version of the bad boy, but there's actually 2 different versions of the bad boy. That's why I make those videos, the bad boy effect, part 1 and part 2. In this video, women have not one guy. Women could be talking to 7 guys in one day. 7 guys in one day. Each guy she talked to, there is a motive. There is a purpose for her doing what she does. She can make 2 guys fight over her just because it's fun and it's entertainment. She could have 2 other guys take her out to lunch and dinner because she want to see between those other 2 guys who could potentially be the replacement to replace her boyfriend or her husband. So 2 plus 2 is 4. That's 4 guys. Then here comes the last 3 guys. Now, those 2, she might just want conversation. Ask yourself this one question. How do you know that these types of women are playing mind games? When they tell you, we can't go out for lunch and dinner, or we can't hang out. And then you see her hang out with Chris, but when you ask, can we hang out after work? or on my day off from work? The answer is always hell no. But Chris, Chris asked, and she always hangs out with Chris. And you go, what the fuck? What kind of bullshit is this? And guess what? I've seen plenty of women in college, and I have two jobs, so I know what I'm talking about. And I've seen it happen twice at both my jobs. There'll be a situation where I see a guy ask a girl to hang out, and she'll say no. And then she'll hang out with another guy at that same workplace, and he'd be like, how the fuck, when I ask, can we hang out, it's no. But when you do it with him, it's okay, but you have a boyfriend. But yet somehow it's okay. So a woman can talk to 7 men in one day. And then by the end of the week, she can talk to like 20 to 30 guys. I'm just trying to tell you what happens when you become a girl's side piece. The same rules apply. You can't call early in the morning. That's rule number 1, made by a female. Cannot call between 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning. So you can't call that early in the morning. You can't call past 8 o'clock at night. So that's rule number 1 and rule number 2. And rule number 3, I have a boyfriend or a husband. You can't take me out to lunch and dinner. And rule number 4, no, we can't hang out after work. So that's the 4 rules that women set up. And when you see her hang out with another guy and you can't, that's called mind games. Because what she's trying to do is make you jealous. And she's sending you a message because she's trying to communicate to you that the reason why she's doing it is because she can. Like, let's say, hypothetically, you asked her face to face, why you playing games? Why you playing with me? Well, how is she supposed to open her mouth and say it? And I know what you men want to say. How come you women just can't say yes or no so I can go on about my business? Here's what you must understand about the vast majority of women. Because women do this, whether they do it intentionally on purpose or whether they do it subconsciously, they do it. Whether they're fully aware of their behavior of doing it or not, they do this. If a woman says yes, it's like surrendering power to a man. Like absolute 100% power to a man that she does not find physically, sexually attractive, and you win and she loses. So she'd rather not say yes. If she says no, and you say, okay, or whatever, and she say, let's be friends, well, you're going to be in the friend zone anyway, so you figure, well, I'll just go talk to another girl. And she would rather not say no, because if she says no, it's easy for you to go talk to another girl, and then you don't have to like her as much. And she demands attention. She commands attention 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And when you take that attention away from her, then it's hell have no fury like a woman scorned, because you're taking the attention away from her, and she don't like that. Now, it don't matter if the woman is high class, middle class, or low class. Doesn't matter if the woman is from the ages of 18 to 29 years of age. Don't matter if she's black or white, young or old. The combination of the two, the women can, even if a woman gets in her 30s and 40s, not that they'll be doing it 80% of the time. They could be doing it 20, 30% of the time. So it usually depends. And you see, when they get older, they'll just straight out say, no, I'm not interested. You'll get your answer from a woman when she gets mature and older, like in her 30s and her 40s. She'll tell you yes or no. Well, as long as she's from the age of 18 to 29, it's I'm going to play mind games. And usually guys get angry and upset because if the girl says yes, then the guy's got a chance to get with the girl. If the girl says no, then she says no because it's no. So I'm telling you what choices you have, but usually if a guy blows a girl's back out, if it's an alpha male, she's going to run back to the alpha male 99.99% of the time. So no matter how good your game is, no matter how good you can talk on the mic, she's going back to the arms of the alpha male. If it's a bad boy, she's gonna run back to the arms of her abuser lover. Now, if it's not a bad boy and it's not an alpha male and it's a beta male, you've got an 85 to 95% chance of taking that girl away from the other guy. But here's what you're gonna have to do that. You see, when I give you the answers, I want you to use the answers to your advantage. Number one is being the alpha male. Because you being rich and famous, you being a high value man, it kills everything dead in its tracks. It kills mind games. There is no mind games if you're an alpha male. Because then the girl knows you mean business and you don't fucking play. You ever seen those mafia movies? Those mob movies? You know, movies where they got the Bambino family, the Italian mafia, you know, the Chicago mob. Those guys have a great reputation for being high value. And when people see them in public, they show respect and they show fear. And a lot of times in those movies, the woman knows who is the fucking man. She not gonna play games with the man because she knows one phone call, and when she gets up and decides to go outside that front door, there's gonna be a group of guys in suits and ties standing outside the front door waiting for her. So she's not gonna try no bullshit with a high value man, because his reputation is so out there in the public that one story of what he does to people, it'll put her in fucking check. That translation, alpha male. If you can't do that, then there's option number two, which is the bad boy. You mess with multiple women. Now, even if a woman gets angry and upset and say, why are you talking to other women? You can always hit her with this insult. You have a boyfriend, so why are you getting jealous of me talking to other women when you have a boyfriend? And if you hit her with that, she's mostly going to shut up and be quiet because she don't have a logical answer for why she have a boyfriend, but she's jealous that you're talking to other women. Because the thing is, if you bring to her attention, you talk to other men that are not your husband or your boyfriend, but you don't want me talking to other women, well, bad boys talk to multiple women. Trust me. If you're a bad boy, you're going to talk to 2 women, 3 women, 4 women, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to talk to 10 women in one day if you're a bad boy. You see, as an alpha male, you want not so much ownership. You want number one. You want the number one girl. You're not going to want number 2 or number 3 or number 4. See, the mindset of an alpha male is I want number 1, number uno. I want the best of the best. I want the cream of the crop, not the sticky bottom shit at the bottom of the barrel. That's the mindset of all alpha males. I want number 1, not number 2, not number 3, not number 4, not number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. I want number 1. So most of the time, alpha males do not engage in sexual contact with women that already have a boyfriend or a husband unless the alpha male wants to entertain that. The bad boy, on the other hand, will entertain the idea. Because the bad boy is like a super villain, like from the comic books. The bad boy will do everything that the nice guy is scared and afraid to do. Like, the bad boy does not care if he gets caught by the husband or by the boyfriend. Now, you get into a fist fight, most bad boys, from what I understand, they don't have a problem beating the shit out of a girl's husband. They don't have a problem beating the shit out of the boyfriend. Now, you might get arrested and you might go to jail for violence, but 99.99% of the time, most bad boys don't give a fuck if they get caught. If they get caught, they get caught. If they don't, they don't. So if you can't have the alpha male mindset, then have the bad boy mindset. That's why I made those videos, part 1 and part 2, the bad boy effect. If you can't do option number 1 and option number 2, then there's option number 3, which is self-improvement. That's why I made that video. Self-improvement means to self-improve yourself in every category. And guess what? One of those 3 answers will be the number 1 reason why you pull 85 to 95% of attention from women. One of those 3 answers will be the answer to fixing and solving your problem permanently. That's why I made this video. That's why you got a part 1 and a part 2. So it doesn't matter if the women are high class, middle class, or low class. Women are going to do the same bullshit. That way you don't get put in the friend zone and you don't feel like you're being used or abused. Just remember what I said in this video. Doesn't matter if the woman is 220 pounds. Don't matter if she's 250, 260, 270. She could be 300. She could be 400 pounds and still have a boyfriend and still have a man on the side. Don't matter if she got too many tattoos or body piercings and she a slut with too much lipstick, too much makeup. She don't wear no panties. She don't wear no bra. Even if the girl's a slut, she'll still have a boyfriend and still mess with other guys. They'll talk to 7 guys in one day. And unless it's an alpha male, you ain't got no chance. So some of y'all, not y'all, but friends that you know in college and at work and at the gym, they end up in these situations and then they feel like they're being thrown in the toy box. Women are like basketball and football coaches. They always are looking for the opportunity to replace their boyfriend or their husband. Now I'm going to give you something for free because I'm so nice. I'm not like these punk ass pickup artists and these dating coaches who charges money. The only time that you can get lucky in taking a girl away from an alpha male, the only time, it has to come at a risk. And what I mean by a risk, let's say a girl wants you to lie for her. If you don't lie, you've destroyed your chances of getting laid. If a girl say, I want you to lie to the police, you may not like lying to the police, but the girl want to see if you got what it takes to have some risk. Because usually what happens is when girls are trying to cheat on their husband or their boyfriend and they mess with a guy that they think has potential, a lot of times what happens is that guy lies because the girl want him to lie. And you see, here's the thing. The bad boy just lies because the bad boy think it's stupid to lie to get pussy, but the bad boy lies so he can get the pussy because he don't like bullshit ass politics. That's why bad boys bend and break all the rules. Bad boys hate and they despise politics. The alpha male doesn't like politics either. You ever heard the term, I make my own rules? Alpha males make their own rules. Bad boys bend and break all the rules. Both guys hate politics. Both guys despise politics. So the alpha male mindset is, I'm going to create my own rules. The bad boy mindset, I'm going to bend and break all the rules because I hate politics. Now, a lot of nice guys, a lot of good, kind-hearted men, they get raised to believe, to respect women, to love women, and there's nothing wrong with loving and respecting women, but when you mess with the wrong type of woman and she wants you to lie, sometimes if you just lie, you lying could be why you got laid. If she wants you to lie for her, that might be why you got laid. But when you decide, I don't want to lie, I want to follow the rules of the law, and I understand because it happened to me 4 times, that also is the reason why you don't get no pussy. Now, it sounds stupid, sounds dumb, doesn't make no sense, but that's what the fuck happens. you don't want to lie because you want to follow the rules of the law, and the girl gets sick and tired of you being Mr. Goody Two Shoes, stop being a good saint, and then the girl be like, well, now you ain't gonna get no pussy because I just wanted you to break some rules so I can feel comfortable knowing you're not afraid to take risks. And usually that's how guys get rejected too. When a girl see that you're scared to take risks, when a girl is afraid to see that you're afraid to put it all on the line, usually that's usually the defining reason why you get rejected. Because the girl gets sick of, oh, he's scared. He don't want to lie. He don't want to do this. And then the girl be like, I can't be with no man that's afraid to take a risk. You want to know why women sometimes act like a bitch? They act crazy and they do all this crazy shit? Because they be trying to do anything they can to get you to take a risk. Like, women like danger, right? Why do you think in Fast and Furious movies, they always have it where the main character does some dangerous shit? Because it excites the girl. And you see, those characters in those movies, if they're real people, they would always get laid because they keep taking a risk. Sometimes it ain't about if you're really physically sexually attractive. Sometimes it's about, are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to put it all on the line and say, what the hell with this shit? I'm just trying to give you some answers on how to fix the problem. That way you don't end up in the friend zone, because you always hear these idiots, I won't say their names because they're YouTubers, who say there's no getting out of the friend zone ever, and that's bullshit. There's always an answer to get out of the friend zone. The question is, when you get put in the friend zone and you figure out how to get out of the friend zone, the question you have to ask yourself is, when you get put in there, do you want to come out? Because if you don't want to come out of the friend zone, you'll stay in the friend zone. But if you have the ability to get out of the friend zone, you can get out. It's like what they told me in the martial arts. You can decide your own future. You can decide if you want to be a man or you want to be a little boy for the rest of your life. Well, you could decide if you want to be in the friend zone or if you want to take a risk. Because a lot of the guys that are getting laid, they're not getting laid necessarily because they're physically sexually attracted, even though that's a big part of it. And they're not just getting laid because they have the house, the money, and the car, which is a big part of it. A lot of times they're getting laid because they're willing to take a risk. That's usually what it comes down to. So I hope you like this video. Until next time, peace.